week showcasing the best music from Aotearoa, all original tracks. Rhodes.com is the website you need to check out if you're a fan of pop country. Some strong music here coming from this beautiful artist. We're lucky enough to have her on the phone right now. Karra, I'm glad you went with the song title "Why I Can't Love You Less" rather than Sunday Morning, because all I could probably think about is if you did Sunday Morning was Maroon 5.
Yeah, I think Sunday Mornings has been overused, but even with my band, we'll be like, if they somehow forget it, like, oh, the Sunday Morning song, I'm like, yep, I know what you mean.
You could always put brackets Sunday Morning for those search engines or something down the line. But yeah,
Exactly.
There's that Kiwi track, Sunday Morning, and of course like Maroon 5, and I don't know, I just think Why Can't I Love You Less is a stronger song title, because I want to know more about the story.
Unique.
Yeah, for sure. Great stuff. Well, tell us about this record. Where did it all begin for you, making this record?
This song, to be honest, I actually have it. If you happen to check out my Instagram, I have the exact moment that I wrote it. I was meant to be taking a night off, and I decided to write a song. And yeah, I have the exact night that I wrote it on Instagram, where I was like, oh, okay, I quite like this sound. And then took it to the studio with my producer, and he was a big fan of it. And yeah, we worked on that one, and he's created it into what it is. So we gave it that kind of Motown country vibe. So tried to add a bit of sass and feistiness to it.
Shout outs to your team. Do you want to make any mentions?
Yeah, well, I have an amazing bunch of musicians in the band. So, I mean, I have session musicians that did this track because the band is newly formed. But the new band is, we've got Simon Christensen on drums. We've got George Brown on the bass. We have Charlie Mannering on guitars. And we have Nathan on keys as well. So great bunch of musicians. But Greg Haver is the producer. So too many names. I'd be here all night if I like names.
Greg Haver, he's done some big acts in the past, I believe. So yeah, he's a good producer.
He has. He's got quite a name, and it's funny because I started working with him and then found out quite how big his name was, and I was like, oh, maybe I should start rolling out the red carpet for you. But there's really good humor, really good banter between me and him. I really trust him with my music. I'm actually recording the final album with him in 6 weeks, so that's exciting.
It's very cool. You've got a good team ahead of you. And amidst cough, I'm trying to hide it. But yeah, Karra Rhodes. Next song is Burn It Down. Tell us about it.
So that song is about being a people pleaser. I'm an extreme people pleaser, and it's something I'm working on, but I'm not very good at it. And it's about when you're in a relationship, and when you are a people pleaser, you end up usually being with people who aren't people pleasers, and you give away a lot of yourself to them. So it's about kind of just burning those bridges down, getting back to who you are. But there's a quote in there, not quote, my own quote, I guess. Is it a blessing or a curse that all I've ever known is how to serve? And I think that hopefully resonates with a lot of people pleasers.
Tell us your worst people pleaser experience.
I think, like most people, probably just in relationships where you get into really bad relationships with people who are either narcissistic or really selfish, and it tends to be people who really don't know how to put our own boundaries. That's probably the worst part, and that's what a lot of the song is about somebody a while back where I just felt like I just kept giving and was like, what have I done? Who am I? So that's what that song's really about.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer that a good relationship is French, oui, oui. So there we go. Some people are not oui, oui. Anyways, Burn It Down is the next track. We are all about New Zealand music. Welcome to episode 119. We have Karra Rhodes from KarraRhodes.com.
Is there a road that reminds you of me, like the highway that I'm on? It feels incomplete, and that Timber Grass song, his words keep hitting home every time the radio plays. you call. And I know I shouldn't care. Should go out with the girls like I'm completely unaware. Put on my little black dress, don those heels that you don't like, throw back the shots, shake it off, pretend that I forgot, but how can I forget? The Sunday mornings don't feel the way they should. I'm not telling jokes to all my friends. You say we last.
Track ID is Burn It Down. We played that one already, didn't we, Karra? We're just having a senior moment here, actually. What-
Yeah, I think we're playing Why Can't I Love You Less twice. But that's okay.
It's good because we're getting the earworm out there. Like just get the song that earwormed a couple of times. And like, yeah, apparently that's the secret to getting a hit is just to keep playing it.
And
So why don't you
keep
tell us
doing-
what we just played and what we're about to play next?
so you just played Why Can't I Love You Less, but you hopefully will be playing Burn It Down, which is the song I just described about people pleasing and everything about all the people pleasing and getting over the people pleasing.
Okay, unless I've downloaded the tracks as is, so let's just try it out again. Yeah, this is the same track, right? No? Burn It Down?
Ooh. Should be. I hope I have it.
Is there a road
I've got the file name, Burn It Down. Speaking of Burn
Okay,
It
maybe-
Down, I think we've burnt this podcast. We haven't had a derailment in a while. Are you playing tricks on me, Karra? You're like, it's
I'm
Father's Day.
like,
I'm a new dad, and you're like, let's just play mine.
Congratulations on being your dad.
Yeah, well, this
I'm
is
just
why I'm sleepless and everything, but still doing the podcast, 119 episodes.
That's
'cause-
okay. Maybe we can. I mean, we can play the Tell Me Mama. You play the Tell Me Mama song whilst
Isn't this great though? This is golden nuggets for the hardcore fans, where they're like, it's gonna go on Reddit. Basically, they're gonna be like, "Do you remember that those guys totally screwed episode 119?"
You definitely always remember that one. But hey, maybe you'll make them wanting to go and find that song. So
Yeah,
maybe it's all you're
It's-
playing them.
it's the secret song that you need to check out. The website is Rhodes.com. I'm glad you're a good sport and everything. And out of 119 episodes, I've had few technical experiences, but only one artist really took it personally, where the song file was like this, different or something, and I played a demo, and they're like, "Oh, BFM did this to me too," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm just, doing my job."
No, if you're playing what I've sent you, then I have somehow either named them wrong. So it is on me. It is on me. You're doing great.
Okay, you're
But I mean, we can play Tell Me Mama, which
Yeah.
is I know.
this.
Yeah, the most recent song.
This is
as
a
well
good
that came
sign.
out.
This is a good sign that you need to come back for part 2. How many tracks do you actually have?
So currently, I think I have 5 on Spotify. 2 are like originally when I was first trying out music, and I wrote some quite feisty, edgy, quite lo-fi kind of EDM music. And then I was like, trying to make my producer at the time meet me in the middle with EDM and country, and he was great. But then I had to venture out and find a real country producer. So if you listen to the other songs on Spotify,
Yeah.
they're quite feisty EDM lo-fi tracks.
Mm-hmm.
But you're about to have we're recording 7 or 8 tracks in 6 weeks, and another track with the band 2 weeks before that. So there's a lot of new music coming out. So
Speaking of mamas, it's Father's Day coming up. Are you a mama in the music industry?
I am. It seems to be a thing these days. A lot of us are mums juggling it all. I've got
Especially
2
country music, right? You need a good story, and kids add to that fire, I think.
They do. And I swear I've written some of my best music whilst either waiting for them to wake up for a nap back in the day, or just I think just inspired by them. And you'll know by being a new dad, there's
Yeah.
so much discover about how much more you can like love somebody. You're like, wow, there's like a whole bunch of new emotions.
I can't wait till mine turns 18. I'm like, I've watched your mum in the last 18 years. Don't tell me what to do. But yeah, I remember being a new dad, and I actually made a country record myself. You can check it out, ralphie.bandcamp.com, RALPHE. There's a country album there called Souvenirs, because, you know, souvenirs from the heart.
I like that.
Yeah, it was all about me. I was doing session music. You know, I had session musicians from England. Once I had connections back there when I did the OE, and you know, I was doing Skype calls at like 3 a.m, bouncing tracks. And meanwhile, you know, I had a 6-month-old in the other room. So, you know, sometimes when your brain starts short-circuiting, it can really fuel the creative fire. But I'm glad we've had a one-on-one there on the creative stuff, and good on you. Yeah. Tell me, Mama.
Yeah, I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're definitely onto something just about the creativity. As soon as you want to unlock your creativity, have a child, and then suddenly I reckon that's what. But
Sure.
only if you're of age. Any teenage listeners, don't do that.
And no, honestly, if you plan to have a child, please make sure that you have the funds for it, because we don't want another child out there that doesn't have, you know, the right tools to have fighting chance. You know, you got to water them like plants and all that sort of fun stuff. You got to really look after them, right? So,
Kids are.
hey, whereabouts in New Zealand are you? Is it Christchurch?
Yeah, I was in Christchurch. I kind of still am in Christchurch. We've moved very rural in the last couple of weeks. So I'm in the middle of the mountains now.
Tell us about that rural life. How does that fuel the creativeness?
I think it's great because you don't feel that pressure of the hustle and bustle. I mean, I still work in the city right now, but and so I'm enjoying that kind of commute. But I reckon as soon as you get out, and I've set up my piano so that it's at a window that looks out to the mountains. So it's very inspiring, but it just takes away the whole hustle, the whole grind life. You get out there and you just are back to basics of what do you want to do? There's no pressure. I
love that. Nature is the best painting. I was reading a Garfield comic recently. You a fan of Garfield?
I am actually.
Yeah, I love cats. Mm-hmm. I love cats, and there's this scene of John. I think John, right, his owner, was looking at a sunset, and he's like, "Oh, this is amazing. The paint is like nature's painting. Us early risers really have it all." And then Garfield comes along, and he's like, "Yep, no, slept in." He's so sarcastic. I love it. I think that'll be me, like in 30 years when I'm like old and just.
I reckon old people have it all. Like somebody's retiring at work, and I was talking to them, and I was like, "Gosh, life begins at retirement." Like,
yeah, right.
Yeah, like we're just out here grinding and working, and they get to retire and wake up when they want, and you can read books all day, and life begins at retirement.
Yeah, for sure. I've actually changed 360 in career. I've been doing tech roles for the last 20 years, but you know, there's all these redundancies in tech at the moment, so I retrained as a support worker for disabilities, and I feel like it's a good middle ground of like early retirement kind of thing, because you know, you're just kind of like hanging out, being their buddy, making sure they're obviously I work with autistic clients and stuff, making sure they're safe and everything and stuff, so you need to be trained in first aid and stuff. But I don't know, like the other week I was swimming with my client, and I'm like, I'm getting paid to swim, so
That is the best way to look at it. At least you're not, thinking the opposite. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this. Like, at least you're enjoying it, and you're thinking this is too good to be paid for, because that's when you hit the working jackpot.
I have a really cool client. He's actually very athletic. He's autistic, epileptic as well. So I need to be there kind of to look after him. But man, is he fit. Man, is he fit. And he's like, goes to the gym a lot. So now I have to start going to the gym as well. And I'm like, this little stick guy going, and I'm like, I feel like the disability's on me. No, but anyways.
Yeah, if somebody saw that from the outside, they'd be like, oh, we see who's helping.
Who's helping her here? Anyways, good rant. Tell us what it's like then to do sort of like the work hat versus creative hat. Now, I've told you sort of like my work, creative balance. So what about you? How's that going for you? And you're a mum as well. So do you kind of like schedule your time, or just tell us more.
I'm still finding the balance, but I'm enjoying it. Like, first and foremost, I'm a mom, and that's the most important part. And
Awesome.
Then music is just a whole part of me that, like, when I sort of relax, it's usually relaxing, playing music. So I would like to say I watch TV, and I really try to, but I just get restless and bored. So music's like just this hobby that kind of fits in all around it. And then my work, I have a law degree in the UK, which I'm now transferring to New Zealand, and I should be fully qualified as a lawyer.
That's awesome. You're a smart cookie then.
Well, hopefully in a couple of months I should be fully qualified and back practicing. So I am working in a law firm and dealing with all that fun stuff and litigation. But that's the real life. But I enjoy it. Like, I'm a complete geek. Like, I love learning. So it's really geek side. And then music's just my creative outlet, and the kids are my life. So it works somehow.
Can I tell you something though? You mentioned hobby, but the thing is, you're actually really good. So, love the music.
Yay.
love the music. What about catching you live? Where can fans check you out? You got gigs planned for 2024? Anything like that?
Yeah, so we have done a couple recently, but a little bit of it's on hold right now whilst I've got the album being recorded in 6 weeks and the next song. But I mean, if you're in Christchurch, definitely just ask around. We'll be somewhere. We always are, but we're looking for trying to get some of the festivals over Christmas time. So fingers crossed you'll hear more from us. But I think really we've been working so hard on writing the music. The next part is getting out there a lot.
Yeah, for sure. You got to do the press cycle. So I'm glad you're here because the music's great. Check her out, KarraRhodes.com. Awesome website, by the way. So Karra, Rhodes as in road piano with an S at the end. KarraRhodes.com. But you're also on Instagram, right? So Instagram.com/Karra_Rhodes. So
yeah. So I think I'm probably most active on Instagram. I'm not really too tech savvy with the whole TikTok and Facebook, and so Instagram is like my entire memory snapshots of all my music. So anytime you'll probably catch all the songs that will be on the album, little snippets of it when I've written it. So it's quite a good way to see the inner workings of my brain.
Yeah, it's really cool checking out behind the scenes stuff. And I got to stop the bus for a moment because I'm a bit of a dog fan. There's a whole tab on dogs. So
I've got 2 border collies.
Yeah, man, that brings the clicks because I mean, that's so cute. Cute dog for sure. And there's your fiance proposing to you on the boat and everything. Oh, amazing, Karra.
Exactly. Know me, my whole life is there.
Tell us about that moment, though. Actually, that looks amazing.
Oh, the proposal are we talking about now?
Yeah, I mean, this is the best kind of juice that I can get on a podcast.
We were so I'm from Scotland. My accent's a little bit all over the place, but I am originally from Scotland, Edinburgh. And I've always joked saying that if we ever get engaged, it has to be in Scotland. Not because I'm, pinpointing a certain area, but because I said I've been, had 2 babies, we've bought the house, I got the really good job. And I've always told my family this stuff over the phone. I want one thing to celebrate with them in person. So we went for a 3-month trip with 2 toddlers to Europe last year. And I sort of, I hoped it was going to come, but somehow on the day, didn't expect it. He told me he was treating himself for his birthday, and I thought we were going to go see a bloody car race or something like that. But no, he had the most beautiful boat, and it was in Italy on the Capri Islands. So a late night cruise, and under the Tunnel of Love, which he didn't even know about until we went out on the nighttime cruise, and they said, "Oh, we're coming up to the famous Tunnel of Love," and So I think he got a bit of a surprise as well as to where he was going to do it.
Oh, I'm glad you shared that. I love engagement stories. That's why I asked. So congratulations. Also, checking out. You're friends with Stephanie Beck and Miranda Easton. We actually had them on the podcast recently. So country
I
star
think
galore.
I heard quite a few names that I recognize. But no, Stephanie, Miranda are absolutely great girls. I'm actually, I meant to message Stephanie back, so thank you for reminding me.
Tell her Ralphie from Kiwi Radio says hello. You've got our inbox now. We love to plug Kiwi tunes, especially Tuesdays where we get to talk to some amazing artists. And we want to thank you for being on the show today. It has been a 2-song set. So if you want secret track number 3, you need to head over to Spotify or KarraRhodes.com. This is marketing genius, really.
It really is. It was a play.
Yeah. I think the best things in life is you want to dangle the carrot and people find it for more. So KarraRhodes.com. That's really the plug. Unless there's anything else?
No, I think just, I will be, which is quite nerve-wracking to say, doing some crowdfunding for the album soon, which means you can look at that, and there's a great way to support.
Yeah, please tell me more about it. Crowdfunding. I'm actually a big fan of crowdfunding. Regularly support artists myself where I can. In fact, I just did a recent crowdfunding for an artist in Canada. And her name escapes me. Her name escapes me at the moment. It's good because I did crowdfunding myself for my first record, and I remember that moment of going, oh, this is valid. People actually want me to make this record. Megan Burt, by the way, is going to be coming back on the show. Megan Burt is that Canadian artist that I talked about. So I recently crowdfunded her CD, and I'm always looking for good crowdfunding stuff because I'm a big, passionate collector of really good indie music. In fact, if you're on the YouTube channel right now, youtube.com/@Kiwiradio.nz, behind me is a wall of CDs to prove that. But yeah, so I'm hoping I can join in the fun there. So tell us more, plug it if you can.
Well, I will be going live in the next week or two because I have to just get my skates on. It terrifies me, but I think if anybody actually learned how much it costs to make an album, they might understand. And also, I don't feel right sort of profiting from anything. So please know that myself and my publishing house have decided that all royalties made from the album for at least the period of 12 months, technically kind of 2 years because a lot of the songs have been released already, or 3, 100% of the royalties will all go to a domestic violence charity called Shine in Auckland.
Nice.
It just didn't feel right to ask for people to help without giving back, and it's a cause that I feel really supportive of, and they've done amazing work. And there's a couple of songs in my album that touch on domestic violence. So yeah, I thought it was a really beautiful cause to support and let people know how an amazing cause they are. But so with crowdfunding, there's also heaps of little bonuses that you can get. So there, if you support, you might be able to get an early release of the CD, or you can get back behind the scenes footage. There's even a really exciting one of being able to be in the recording studio for a day with us. So there's huge.
That's
so
awesome.
There's really exciting. Yeah, there's really exciting different, I don't know what they're called, bonus levels or the amount that
like
you
tiers,
put in.
Different tiers.
Yeah, so different ones will reflect what you can get from it. So
nice.
Yeah, very exciting. It's just scary putting it out there because there's so much going on in the world. It's really hard to say to people, help support me. But yeah, I want to make music, and hopefully you guys want me to make it too.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, if you make good music, that's the thing. Music can bypass languages, can bypass this and that. If you make good music, I'm sure people will back you there, and I certainly will keep an eye on it myself. So congratulations on the record so far. Some musicians don't even get to that song number 1, and you've done it multitude times, and it sounds like you've got a great team. So congratulations. I want to conclude with a quote that I always say at the end of the podcast. Firstly, thank you so much, Karra Rhodes, for joining us. And honestly, I hope you stay cool and stay creative. Okay, friend?
I will hopefully do so, but you too.
All right, that is a that is a long intro to the second song, but I had to do it because this is what the podcast has been about. 119 episodes in. It's about the stories. That's what I like. Tell Me Mama. It's 4 minutes 43. Does that sound about right? 4 minutes. 43.
That does. It's a long song, but
if it's that first song again, I'm just gonna give up. I'm gonna retire. No,
I'm sitting here terrified, so we will all find out right now if I've accidentally said 3 of the same songs.
Maybe I should just play it for fun. Let's play that first song again, just because let's troll ourselves. Damn it, it's not that one. Okay, Tell Me Mama. This is it. Karra Rhodes, thank you so much for being great sport. Amazing music. Wishing you all the best with the crowdfunding coming up. If you want to support the artist, please, I recommend you go to KarraRhodes.com. That's KarraRhodes.com. There's a lot of chat in the chat room, but because I'm a little bit away from the screen, I'll read it while I'm playing the music. So thank you very much for joining in, everybody, there on Twitch and YouTube. I'll check out your comments in the middle of the song and get back to you there. It's a one-man band. So here we go. Karra Rhodes, thank you, and that's the plug, okay? Thanks for coming in, and I hope you come back soon and plug the other 3 songs that we haven't done or something like that.
I will do. Thank you, Ralph.
anytime, please. Okay, well, enjoy your night, and Karra Rhodes, everybody. That is the Artist of the Week. We have a ton more guests to come, and I will just quickly play this song right now and read off who's coming up on the show. Karra Rhodes' song is called Tell Me Mama.
Drawing out a map on the floor of her room, marking out the places she wished she could fly to. Big dreams for a small girl in a smaller town. She'll get out of here, she'll make it out somehow. Caught up in a freight train that some will call home. Growing up, never feeling loved was all she knows. Just 18, ticket in hand, one way, there's no second chance. She got out of there, and she never looked back. Tell me, mama, are you happy now? Are you happy that you got out? I'm so sorry that they brought you down, that they made you doubt who you are. 'Cause to me, you're who I aim to be. You're stronger than you know. Tell me, mama, are you happy now? Are you happy that you got out? Turns out men could treat her no better than she knows. 2 babies on her hips, she worked hard to feed them both. Barely living was her only sin. You couldn't shame her for anything else. True surviving is forever dreaming of a better life out there. Tell me, mama, are you happy now? Are you happy that you got out? I'm so sorry that they brought you down, that they made you that you're still here. Look where we are, you've come so far. Thank God you left them all. Tell me, mama, are you happy now? Are you happy that you got out? I'm so sorry that they brought you down, that they made you doubt who you are. 'Cause to me, you're who I aim to be. You're stronger than you know. Tell me, mama, are you happy now? 'Cause I'm happy that you got out, and I hope I make you just as proud.
That is episode 119. Thank you so much for joining us. Up next week we have Nick Burson, who's actually the guitarist of Stephanie Beck. I met him at their Auckland in-store concert, and he's actually his own singer-songwriter. So I thought we'd check out his discography next week. Also coming up on the show, wow, Michael Murphy. Do you remember him? He was on TV all the time. Yep. Reality TV star, one of those singing competitions. Well, he's in a rock band these days called Written by Wolves, so he will be plugging some new music as well. If you want to be part of the show, we are a friendly bunch, so you can reach us via email, kiwiradio@proton.me, or send a direct message at instagram.com/kiwiradio.nz. You can also leave voicemails on our main website, so there's a voicemail button on the right hand side of Kiwiradio.nz, and reach us that way too if you want to say hello or drop us a sting, a radio imaging, that kind of thing. We'd love to plug your music. It's all about independent, alternative and new. It's all about New Zealand music, but we also do the occasional overseas musicians as well, which reminds me, I've got a wonderful message from a British songwriter, so I need to get back to her. She's actually been on the show before, so yeah, that inbox is firing up. So if I'm not directly replying straight away, I will get to you when I can. So please keep sending those tracks at kiwiradio@proton.me. That is the show, everybody. Let's go. All right, thank you very much. It's been fun. Just got the message from Karra. Thank you, seriously, she says. Probably one of the best chats I've had on their radio podcast. It was just so friendly and fun. Yeah, we like to have fun on the show. We love plugging your music. So please, please, please send us those tracks. I'm Ralphie. Here every Tuesday, 7 to 8 p.m. New Zealand time. See you next time, folks. Stay cool, stay creative. See ya.